Hello, Count6 here, back with another Minecraft video. Today I have for you another 2x2 Stargate door. Let's just get right away into the opening and close it. I can just leave it right there. And as you can see, it's a Stargate door, and you can't even see any of the outside. It looks like a 2x2 glass door, but when you open it, oh my gosh, it's actually a 2x2 Stargate door. So let's just get right into it. So here's the redstone. It's quite a bit. I'm spinning around a little quickly, and as you can tell, I use slime blocks. But to get it to this size, I don't know how to make it any smaller, honestly. Let's get into the dimensions. It's 4 wide by 12 long by 7 tall, which its volume is 336. And what's a little funny is that if this is actually 8 tall, it would be exactly 1 block. The volume would be exactly 1 block less than the previous one I did. So let's just get into the tutorial. Okay, so here are the items you need. Let's just get right into it. So this is the setup. So, I might mess up on this, I'm sorry, because it's a little off to the side a bit, and it's a little strange. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I got it right. So let me just actually build a door frame right here, so that I can get a little comfortable and know if I'm actually even building this right. Yep, it looks about right. So, this is your door frame, and what you're going to want to do is place some stuff like that. So that's your door frame right there. So let's just get into the setup. So you're gonna want to do is put two like this, 2 sticky pistons like that, or 4 sticky. I meant to, yeah, 4 sticky, and then another 4 in the other direction. On this side, you're gonna want to do is get 2 sticky pistons like that, and on this, you're gonna want to do is place another 2. And then on this top here, you're gonna want to do is place 2 of your door blocks, because these are gonna be visible. These are gonna be visible in when you close the door. So then what you're gonna do is do that, then do that. Then here you're gonna want to do is right off this, like this and this, or you can just do this if you want, but I do this, and then just do this and this. And that should be the setup. Alright, so the first thing I'm actually going to want to start off with is the sides. Oh, by the way, the obsidian can also be a furnace, can be furnaces, okay? So these 5 obsidian can be furnaces, just like I did there. I just did 4. Yeah, so first thing you're going to want to do is place unmovable blocks right there. So it should be right across from this. That's extremely important, actually. So I'm going to do this side first. You're going to want to do is do this torch right there, and then a 2-tick repeater going into this pistons right there, and you're gonna want in this little next to this block, you want to do this. Make sure it's not like this, because this would have a redstone on top of it, and also this would be receiving unnecessary updates, and the only one it should really be getting an update from is this torch. So you don't want that. So let's just continue on. Let's go down here, place some stuff like so, and then redstone all across like that. And that was a little quick. So okay, then over here you're gonna want to do is place 2 blocks like that with redstone on top, and finally a half slab right there going into these. So what this here should be is if you give it a 4-tick pulse. Let me remove this so you can see it a little better. There you go. And what's better, what's the best thing I believe about this door is that I don't think that there is a coordinate dependency, but I may be wrong in that. It just may be that I just got lucky and haven't that it's barely coordinate dependent. But yeah, that's so. Now let's just do the other side. The other side is a little different, just very tiny a little bit. You can actually, and then you just do the same thing like that, except this side you're just gonna go down like here, go straight down like that. Then right here you're gonna want to do is a hopper, and this is you don't put anything inside of it. You don't need to, unless you want to keep like a secret stash there. Then yeah, and then you just fill that up with redstone. And then actually, the piston will not be right there. That space will be used for something else. So what you're gonna want to do is down here, just a little gap between, like there's a space right there and the torch, place like that. It still does the same exact thing if you're wondering. So on the top now, what we're gonna want to do is place a block right there with a redstone torch. And we're gonna place half slabs on both sides, 2 redstone there and 1 redstone there. Sticky pistons like so on top of these sticky pistons. Then you want to do is put a half slab on both sides. Oh, be sure to put blocks on top of them, and then blocks right there. Place a 4-tick repeater right there, and another 4-tick repeater right there. So that takes care of the opening. Now, most of the opening actually. Let's actually just finish this part off. So on the closing, it actually, these blocks get pushed into the door, so you actually only see is just complete door block. But in the opening, you want to see this. That's what makes it a Stargate door. You want to see just glass like here, but you can't see anything inside. So what you're gonna want to do is just go down here. This piston is already taken care of, but if you could, the problem is if you do this, this piston will not update these pistons properly, and what would happen is that it fails basically. It just fails. It just doesn't update at the right time, and either way, if you do the same thing like this and this, it's still going to be interfering with this block in that 1-tick repeater. So the only thing I could do is that I have to put this sticky piston right there with a block on it, a block right under the block, and then a torch off to the side, and then right here a redstone. So that's how I did the bottom one. For the top one, it's a lot more simple. Just place blocks like so, half slab and a half slab there, and then redstone right there, and finally 1-tick repeater. That should be your opening done. Okay, so now for the closing, it should be the closing is. It was quite difficult to find out, because what I needed this thing to do was that I just needed these pistons to extend, but the hardest part is that I couldn't get these pistons to extend because this was a half slab and it's being directed into this block. The only thing I could think of before was, let's just do this, but that didn't work. So what I came up with, is this. What happens is that if you block this off, notice how it's now able to power in all 4 directions, and well, 5 or 10, whatever, in all 4 directions. So, but what needs to, and so that's how I did the closing. So what I needed to do is do this, but the only problem is if you power these at the same time. Let me show you what happens if you do that. Notice that the bottom one doesn't extend. That's because this piston wasn't able to update this piston in time, basically. That's basically the story. So what you have to do instead is, let me fix this really quickly. And what I have to do is that this one has to power, this piston up here has to power before the bottom. So this has a 1-tick repeater, and this bottom one has a 3-tick. So it makes it makes the timing perfect. And you just want to do almost the same exact thing on this side. Not normal piston, you want a sticky piston. Then like so, 3 tick, 1 tick, and then up here you're gonna do like so. And this one has to be a normal piston. And this has to be a repeater. And yes, your lever can go here or here, here or here, whatever. As long as it's on this redstone line, you could power this door, which is actually quite nice because you don't even have to do a repeater. It's just a normal block. You can just use a redstone output. So yeah. So there's one last thing I needed to do. This was the hardest part in the whole door. So let's just get started on it. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is find this block that you had placed a while back. So what you're gonna do is put a repeater, a block, a sticky piston with a block atop, and then like this. Now, you're gonna want to be a little careful here, and you want to do is place a sticky piston, a normal piston down up there, and then stick a normal piston just below it, about right under this piston, but off to the side. And then what you're gonna want to do is place a block. Then you're gonna want to place a cauldron with water inside of it. Now you have to be a little careful with that, but actually, honestly, if you mess up here, it's not gonna mess up any redstone, which is quite nice. Unless you, well, actually it might, but well, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. It would probably go off in somewhere direction, but the thing is that it probably wouldn't. So what you're gonna want to do is next to this normal piston, you're gonna place a block going into this direction with a comparator. Then like this, you're gonna place this, and then you place this redstone block. And then right here, you're gonna want to do is place a redstone here. Finally, you want to finish off the door. You place a sticky piston right there, 2 slime blocks, 1 normal block, a redstone torch right there, an unmovable block right there, and that should be your entire door. And did I get rid of the lever? Okay. So I'll get into the explanation of this door. So as you can see, yeah, it works fine. So let me get into the explanation of this door. I think that's enough for now. So thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed.